Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back in here with some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news and updates here on the channel for the official new update on all the new characters. We're going to be breaking down the trailer, going over all the characters, their transformations, and man, can I just say yesterday was phenomenal, okay? The hype up for this trailer was insane just because we weren't really expecting to see the fusions, all the fusions, okay? We knew Kefla, you know, Gotenks were going to be in it, and obviously Goten, Trunks, you know, Caulifla and Kale, but the fact that it was going to be 3 minutes long, okay, from what it said in the data, I was kind of questioning, like, there's no way it's just going to be, you know, those 6 characters, okay? There's got to be some extra special thing at the very end, whether it be a teaser for Ultra Instinct. That's what I thought it was going to be, but I legitimately wasn't expecting them to just drop Gogeta, Vegito, as well as Fusion Zamasu, okay? Big surprise, and I think a lot of us were just blown away by the presentation of it and everything, and they did a good job, okay? In the V-Jump scans, generally whatever is shown in V-Jump scans is what's going to be shown in the following trailer that gets released, okay? And they never showed anything. They even themed the trailer as new generation of Saiyans, but the actual trailer itself was themed as Fusion Warriors. So fantastic job by marketing, Bandai, and even, you know, obviously Spike Chunsoft. I'm so excited for this game now. Like, if this doesn't get you excited for the game, I don't know what will. Maybe you're waiting for Ultra Instinct or Split Screen or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which, rest in peace. Don't worry, he'll eventually be in the game. They're probably going to be saving that. I'll go over that, you know, later on. So, here's the current roster that we have so far. It's definitely starting to fill up. There are still a ton of spots left. I would say we're about halfway there. I'm not gonna, you know, go too crazy with an estimate, but we about halfway there. You know, Summer Game Fest is coming up in a week from now, and all the fusion characters that got revealed in this trailer definitely added a lot to the roster. As you can see, 21 characters got officially revealed in that latest trailer. That is, I would say, either the most or the second most. I feel like the Goku and Vegeta trailer might have been the most, just because there's a million forms for them, but I could be wrong. Maybe they were around, like, I don't know, like 16 to 18. So I think this was the most because it was all the fusions, okay? At least every, you know, main fusion, excluding movies and GT and stuff, right? So, some weird things, not weird, but like some things that I want to obviously go over and point out on the official site. Let's just get started with the main characters, and we'll go over the Japanese site as well, just because I want to kind of show you some interesting things, because the Japanese site's a little bit different, the way that they're categorizing the characters. But let's start with Kid Trunks. Okay, we know Kid Trunks is going to be in there. He looks really good. Okay, everyone looks pretty good for the most part. I still think Caulifla and Kefla at certain points kind of look a little bit odd, but Trunks does have his... you guys have, if you've seen Kid Trunks, he goes through like 15 different Super Saiyan hairstyles. This is the one that they always had, where it's like almost like the Gohan hairstyle with the single bang. He's always had this style in Raging Blast and Tenkaichi, but sometimes in some of the anime and media and even like, I guess, promotional images, he'll have like a few different weird ones or whatever. World Tournament stage looking really, really good. It's got this green tint on it that's a little bit weird. I guess that's just part of it. My boy Goten. When are we getting GT Goten? I'm waiting for GT Goten, bro. We ain't even getting GT characters, but just throw... You know what? Fuck all the GT characters. I just want GT Goten. I don't care about anyone else. You know, screw Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I don't need him, bro. I'm messing around. Chill out. Goten. Ooh, this Super Saiyan shot of Goten. Absolutely magnificent. The boy is looking like he's ready to do a family Kamehameha. We know he's going to have probably Bros Kamehameha and family Kamehameha. He had that in the original games, if I recall correctly, and that's kind of like his trademark ultimate special attack, you know, in the series, okay? Goten doesn't really have a lot of, you know, unique stuff to him, but the family and the Bros Kamehameha, you know, obviously he's got to team up with Gohan and Goku with it, but that's kind of his thing, right? Moving on here, Gotenks, looking great, fantastic. He has, I think, yeah, he definitely had all his transformations. For some reason, I went blank on there. I was like, did they throw in Super Saiyan? I forgot. I'm so stupid. My apologies. Yeah, he's got Super Saiyan, obviously, with the Kamikaze Ghost. Hey, look at his face, dude. His little squished face. It's hilarious. I love it. And then the wacky... Oh, man. Just think about the Gammas with the weird, crazy effect. Not weird, but, like, you know, the crazy effects and everything, and, like, cartoony manga style stuff. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Obviously, we got to put him in. He looks really good. Solid stuff there. Okay, so now we have some interesting things I want to talk about with Kale. Okay, so Kale's model, I would say looks the best out of all three of them, out of Kefla and Caulifla. Caulifla's Super Saiyan 2 model looks fantastic. Her base form is a little bit, you'll see what I mean by that. I think they look fine, you know, but I think Kale, they did a really good job on Kale. They like nailed her look and everything, okay? Now, the Super Saiyan Kale is very interesting because they're going for a different palette in terms of the colors, and this is just normal Super Saiyan Kale, okay? And I pointed this out like, oh, well, you know, they left out her Super Saiyan 2, as you can see right here. She has no Super Saiyan 2, okay? Some people, there's a lot of debate whether or not she even got Super Saiyan 2. I think she did. She obviously had a different appearance in the anime. She's had several different appearances, okay? We had this one, which is similar to the one where it's like, I mean, it's just normal Super Saiyan, right? But in the anime, her hair was a little bit more greenish. Okay, this one is a little bit more gold. You can see a little bit of green tint in there, okay? The palette on her reminds me of Second Coming Broly. Okay, you guys remember whenever he doesn't have the restraint device and he's just normal Super Saiyan? We call him Skinny Broly, right? That one kind of reminds me of this. Her skin tone's a little bit darker, okay, which is natural for her. She's supposed to have that because she naturally just has a little bit of a darker complexion compared to like Caulifla and like, you know, some of the other Saiyans. And even, you know, DBS Broly is supposed to have that as well. So just a little bit, okay. And yeah, the gold hair and everything. I'm a fan of how they did this. I saw some people like, oh, this is not accurate. They didn't like it or whatever. And I mean, like, who knows? Maybe they'll throw in Super Saiyan 2 because the Super Saiyan 2 one is supposed to have the green hair, okay? In Xenoverse 2, she literally is labeled as Super Saiyan 2. Unless they're just making shit up, okay? I'm pretty sure she always had that, and I think in even Dokkan, they might have already categorized that as well. Maybe even in Legends, I can't remember. It's not really that big of a deal to me, just because, I mean, Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan, they're so similar. And the same situation is with Caulifla, okay? Again, she has base, but they skip over Super Saiyan and they just go straight to Super Saiyan 2, okay? My first reaction to this, again, I was kind of like, are they leaving them out and they're just going to wait until the game drops and then obviously we'll have all the forms? Maybe not, okay? Obviously, let's use this as an example. Gotenks, okay? Gotenks has Super Saiyan. In Super Saiyan 3, no Super Saiyan 2. Obviously, you see Super Saiyan 2 for like a slight second when he's passing over it and going straight into Super Saiyan 3 in the, you know, the series or whatever. I mean, mainly in the anime because you see that transition, right? But Caulifla did have Super Saiyan in the anime. She at least showed it. However, she jumped to Super Saiyan 2 so fast, I feel like there just wasn't a lot of material for Super Saiyan. And you have to keep in mind the Tenkaichi series, okay, like Raging Blast and everything, each transformation gives them a new moveset, okay? I think their combos change up slightly, and then obviously their attacks, their skill set changes up a lot. So I feel like they were just like, well, there's just not as much material. They could always make stuff up. I'm not making excuses or anything, and I'm not trying to, like, you know, downplay the fact that they're missing out on one of her transformations, and even with Kale and everything. But it's like, I understand if they just go from base to Super Saiyan 2. I personally don't have a problem with that. Again, all her material was in Super Saiyan 2 because she used that form the most because that was like the highest form that she could get to. And again, Super Saiyan, the regular one, I feel like she had it for either one episode or less than one episode we saw her in Super Saiyan, okay? Because she learned that Kale transform, went berserk, and then she jumped to Super Saiyan 2 to stop Kale or like calm her down or whatever it may be, okay? So it was just such a fast transition. And again, she had the buff Super Saiyan Grade 3 form she showed off in the TOP, and obviously that's not in here as well unless they throw it in. Who knows? Again, the game's not out yet, so we'll have to wait and see, okay? Kefla, again, yeah, Kefla's eyes at times look like she got a little bit... a little bit cockeyed right there, but hey, I'm not trying to make fun of it. I think it looks good. It's solid. Again, there could always be some improvements that can be made. But if it looks like this, I'm not losing sleep, guys. Some people think that, like, because I'm saying, oh, some things aren't on point necessarily or whatever, or if I compare it to fighters, like, don't take me so seriously. That's just my opinion on how the model looks and everything. I think overall they're doing a great job. If they do improve it, great. If they don't, again, I'm not gonna lose. I'm gonna enjoy the game regardless, okay? Some people like, I feel like anytime I say something that has a little bit of criticism, people get pissed at me. If I say something looks really good, people get pissed at me. I swear, I cannot fucking win. People will either call me a glazer or a hater. That's just how it is, okay? I don't know what that shit is, bro. But regardless, Kefla's Super Saiyan. Kefla has all her forms. She does have all her forms. So that's why I'm saying, isn't it a little bit weird that Caulifla is missing a form and Kale's missing a form, but Kefla has all of her forms? Like, that's just a little bit weird, but it is what it is. Kefla looks really good, okay? She looks solid. Super Saiyan 2, again, some people were saying, like, oh, they fixed her model or whatever. She looks exactly the same, okay? Again, I'm not losing sleep over it. I feel like she could use a little bit more muscle definition, especially on the arms and the legs. The torso and everything looks great, okay? No problems there. But, yeah, I feel like she could use a little bit. But, again, it's just, is this specific shot? In some of the other shots, she looks a little bit better. I think this one was just a bad frame, that's all. But, for the most part, you know, she looks good, okay? But yeah, that's cool that she does have Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. I think this is the first game other than probably like Dokkan that gave her all her transformations, okay? I can't remember if Legends has done that. I feel like they've always given her Super Saiyan 2, but in Xenoverse 2, she only has Super Saiyan. So, I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Now, Vegito is looking flames, okay? Let's just say that they all look fantastic. Here's some weird thing. No, okay, I don't want to say weird, but some interesting things. Obviously, first and foremost, the brown hair, okay? In some of the games, he has black hair. Some of the games, he has brown hair. In the Tenkaichi and Raging Blast series, he's always had brown hair. So, I think he looks solid. Now, they jumped straight to Vegito Blue, okay? In the trailer, they only showed base and Vegito Blue, right? Obviously, that's what he showed in DBS, okay? Obviously, Super Saiyan Vegito, the gold hair version from the Buu Saga, will be in the game. We know that's going to be in the game. But it's just interesting that they didn't show it in this, okay? And that could just be because they want to save it for a different trailer or a different reveal. Regardless, I just found it a little bit odd that they didn't show it all in this trailer just because everyone else got all their forms, for the most part, depending on if Kale and Caulifla are missing shit. Regardless, but, you know, with Vegito, you would think, okay, show all his forms, because Gogeta got his base Super Saiyan and, Super Saiyan Blue, right? But they're not going to be splitting off Vegito into, I don't think they're going to split them off into two different characters, because they don't label this Vegito as Vegito in parentheses Super, okay? Other characters have gotten that little, like, designation for their category or whatever, so... This one, I think that it's just maybe, let's just say, for example, they're going to save Super Vegito's reveal for, I don't know, like a villain versus heroes trail. I don't know, dude. I have no idea how many more trailers we're going to have. Again, we don't know officially 100% when the game's dropping. Leaks say October. We'll see. But if that's the case, maybe they just save it. But we know Super Vegito's going to be in, okay? And obviously, Super Vegito does play differently than Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. I know they both have the sword, but... They can split it off. Okay, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito has a lot of new material, okay, that Super Vegito didn't do. So he's definitely going to be in. So don't lose sleep over it. Don't worry about it. We're going to be getting it. Moving on, we got Gogeta Super, okay? Again, same thing with Broly, how there's a Broly Super and a Gogeta Super. We know there's going to be Z versions of Broly from the legendary Super Saiyan movie, as well as a Z version of Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie, okay? I'm not losing sleep over whether or not they're going to be DLC or in the base. Preferably, I would hope that they're in the base, but if they're DLC, I don't mind, okay? And some people are going to be like, oh, well, what's the point of having Z Gogeta, okay, if we already have Super Saiyan Gogeta here? Well, again, they play differently, okay? In all the other games, at least for, like, Xenoverse, for example, okay, they've split them off into two different characters because they have different attacks, okay, and different animations and everything, okay? Obviously, the Soul Punisher is different from the Stardust Punisher or whatever it is, okay, in, you know, DB Super Broly or whatever. So, Broly's base, again, sorry, why did I say Broly? Gogeta's base, Gogeta Super, looking clean, okay? We have Super Saiyan, which oh man, he does the hand movement thing. We'll go over it in a little trailer breakdown when I do that second half of this. And then, of course, Super Saiyan Blue. Okay, so Gogeta's good to go. He's solid. He's got everything he needs. He's got all his animations, the Full Force Kamehameha. He's got Stardust Rain or Stardust Fall, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They didn't show Stardust Punisher, okay? And maybe they want to save that for whenever we see Z Gogeta eventually as a reveal, if it's going to be base or DLC, because that's kind of his thing, right? Obviously, Gogeta Super can do this, but they did show Meteor Explosion, and oh man, when we get into the trailer breakdown, you see what I mean. Big surprise. Okay, obviously I knew they would have to show Fusion Zamasu, but I was very happy and pleased to know that he can transform into half corrupted. By the way, again in the trailer we'll go over, he does this bitch slap to Vegito, and it's the funniest shit ever. I will have to say Fusion Zamasu, maybe it's just me. Again, I'm not trying to be a hater or anything. It's just constructive criticism. I feel like he should be a little bit bigger and a little bit bulkier, okay? I guess that's just the style of Sparking Zero. Everybody's just a lot leaner and a little bit thinner looking, and just smaller in general. And that's fine. That's fine. As long as the game plays fire, okay? The character models, they still look good. I just, I would love if they could get it as close and accurate to the source material as possible, okay? Don't get upset at me. Don't get mad at me, okay? And don't fucking call me a glazer. If I think something looks good, okay, fuck off. All right, if you don't think it looks good, then you can fuck off, right? That's how I'm gonna go saying shit going forward, okay? Yeah, that's just my opinion. If you think it looks, this looks solid and you're satisfied with it, awesome, great, okay, no hate. But yeah, I think he could be a little bit bulkier. Maybe this is just the first version of him, because he did have one where he got half corrupted, okay? He did have the jack-off arm for like a split second, and he was still he started getting bigger, okay? He started growing after a while, not a while, but like after a little bit. So maybe that's just what it is. In Xenoverse 2, I feel like they did a really good job of portraying how he looks, okay? He's bigger, he's like Broly level kind of size, and then, he obviously has like the half corruption and everything. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll see if maybe they change it up. I doubt they're gonna really do all that much of a change. I think this is kind of the final product at this point. Maybe some minor things, but y'all let me know down in the comments what you think about all the characters, how they look so far. Again, I'm just excited for the game. So real quick on the Japanese site, they kind of split all the characters off into, I guess, more categories on the character and then maybe the saga. But you can see right here where Trunks is with all his, they add Trunks and then Goten and the Vegito and also Gogeta and Gotenks. Okay, so these are all the Vegeta and Goku fusion, related characters. Okay, and they're kids and everything. And then Fusion Zamasu and Half Collapses. I love that, Half Collapses. They categorize all these characters in the super category. Okay, because then they got hit. Universe 6 characters, Caulifla, Kale. Kind of weird that they put Super Saiyan Kale after the Rampage Kale, but I guess that makes sense because she goes Rampage first, and then I don't think that's how it's gonna be. Obviously, in her dual ultimate, she transforms into Berserk, but it's just weird that that's not a big deal. Yeah, Kefla, and then that's it. Those are all the characters. Okay. All right, let's break down the trailer. All right, guys, we got the trailer in 4K. I'm going to have the audio muted on this just because I want some background music. I just want to break down the major stuff. So, again, Kid Trunks versus Caulifla. Again, Caulifla's face just looks a little bit odd. I think it might be the little lines on top of her head, like the creases or whatever, that are kind of throwing me off or whatever. But, again, she looks good overall, okay? I like it, and I like that they do have, not really unique dialogue, but, like, the way that these characters are, especially Trunks and Caulifla, they're so, cocky and arrogant and everything in a sense. So, I do like that they have a little interaction or whatever. It's not a special unique dialogue, but they're both like just shit talking to each other, like, oh yeah, I'm stronger than fuck you. But yeah, they do Trunks versus Caulifla, and then Goten versus Kale. Very, very interesting little fight here. So, we got Trunks doing a little barrage combo. She has a little crush blast, whatever that's going to be called. Kale doing some, basic full power energy wave type deal. Goten has his Goten attack or Goten charge. They got their great transformations, okay? Caulifla Super Saiyan 2. Again, this, I guess that's Crush Cannon. I'm not exactly sure. Those are all stuff that they use in the actual anime or whatever. And then hers, I think, would be like Gigantic Omega Blaster or whatever the fuck it is. Goten's Kamehameha, his Super Kamehameha. Oh, and then this part was so sick, okay? So this is the Bio Broly. The Bio Broly combo, okay? I feel like that was the only time we saw Trunks and Goten perform a Kamehameha together. So the dual ultimates or the duo specials are team attacks, whatever, are definitely here. And I love the transition to where Kale teams up with Caulifla and they do their gigantic combo or Omega, whatever it is, and she goes berserk is just fire. That's so cool. So then we have the official fusion animation, in-game fusion. And I love that Goten and Trunks, when they fuse, they also do have the orange and blue swirl, okay? So then, yeah, Goten, Gotenks, okay? We see him in base or whatever. I'm just so glad that this mechanic is back. Xenoverse 2 lacks it like hell. So, yeah, they started playing this song. It was so hype, dude. But yeah, Super Saiyan Gotenks, he got some really big hair. Obviously, they would have to have that, okay? And then we got Kefla. We see base for like 2 seconds, but the same thing with Gotenks. Gigantic Blast or whatever breaker that's called. Gotenks has his ghost, his donut shit or whatever that turns into the volleyball thing. And I love that there's a team up with Piccolo. And then this just made me shit myself. When I saw Gogeta, I was like, yeah, it's over. Like, we're in peak territory here. They have dialogue where Vegito is just shit talking Gogeta. He says like, I won't lose to the inferior, somebody who uses an inferior dance to get to their true power or some shit like that. And it's just great. He's got his little Big Bang Kamehameha, or just that's a Big Bang attack. Fusion Zamasu's bitch slap is the funniest shit ever. Hold on, I gotta see that again. So obviously the combos are fantastic. He's got his kick. Oh my god. Look at this shit. Hold on. Oh my god, I just spit all over my monitor. That's so funny, dude. It's just such a casual, but it's like the smoothest 60 FPS slap you've ever seen in 4K. Motherfucker got destroyed. I forgot the name of this move. We don't really see this too often in the games. I mean, he has it in fighters. What is it, like Lightning of Absolution or whatever it's called? I love seeing Gogeta versus Fusion Zamasu or whatever, but this is great. This is fantastic. He does the little hand movement thing. Here, I gotta show it. So, transformation's a little bit different than the other Super Saiyan ones, where he's like, oh, he said, transcend me, bitch. And then he does a big barrage of punches, and then he does the hand movements. Let's go. You already know it's peak whenever Gogeta's doing that. Then he does the flip kick, and then everything just on point, okay? Stardust Rain or Stardust Fall, whatever you want to call it. Love that that's in. We have Jack Off Arm Zamasu with the Yami fucking Merrick frame. Look at that shit, bro. Is that Yami Merrick? Is that Yu-Gi-Oh? My boy got the Yu-Gi-Oh hair. The hair physics are crazy in this game. So he's got his sword, beam slash or whatever. Vegito goes Super Saiyan Blue. And then we have his sword, Savage Strike. We have Comet Strike, Transformation right there. It takes two. Let's go. Oh, man. Hold on. One thing that you might have missed right there, if we can see it. God, it happens so fast. That's Big Bang Kamehameha. Base Gogeta got the Big Bang Kamehameha. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he definitely going to be in. You have a basic, I think that's like a Super Kamehameha from Vegito. Yeah, Gigantic Breaker from Kefla. Yeah, you see, she's got a little bit of muscle definition there. I think it was just that frame that was, yeah, that frame was just really bad. But I still think she could use just a slight bit more bulk, okay? Somebody was like, oh, she's not bulky, she's fit. I mean, she definitely has more muscle mass, okay, than this, I think. But, again, I'm not... Okay, I don't want to say anything else because people get mad. Oh, fuck you. But yeah, there's base Kefla. She looks great. She looked like she about to play some tennis right there, bro. What is this? Is that what is that shit called? I forgot the name of the one. The little spears that he throws. Yeah, we have his, classic punch or whatever. Shit he did to Broly, and then of course the meteor explosion. They pretty much nailed that meteor explosion. You see that? Look at the face, dude. I would have to say, I think I like this better than Fighters, okay? I went back and I looked at Fighters. Fighters looks fantastic, by the way, but they nailed the crazy facial expression of Gogeta after doing the meteor explosion. Y'all remember in the movie, he's like, ah! He's like, fuck! And then we have this. Oh, this is great. They do a final Kamehameha clash versus full power, max power, whatever you want to call it, full force. Oh, I love that. Full force Kamehameha. Yeah, that's the Fighters. Ever since Fighters did this, every Dragon Ball game said, we got to get on that shit. The Fighters inspiration is real. So, yeah, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm so ready for this game to drop. Okay, we have Summer Game Fest confirmed. Is going to be our... Did they show it on this trailer? Yeah. Next week. So, yeah. Just know, we just at the tip of the iceberg with hype. So thanks for watching. I know this video was really long. I just wanted to gush over how excited I am about all this stuff. And let me know if there's anything that maybe I missed or something that you wanted to point out as well. Comment down below. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, and ring my notification bell. I'll keep you guys updated on all Sparking Zero related content. Peace.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.